Hello again everyone, and welcome if you're new. I'm Hayley at Raising Blooms, and today we are going to head down to our allotment. I'm sure I've mentioned it to you in a previous video that I do have an allotment, but we haven't been there all winter, so it's going to be a big mess. We will go there and we will tackle what's before us. It's going to be an honest video. You're going to see the allotment very raw, rough around the edges, all sorts. You're going to see what I see. So whatever we see today, it's going to be the first time I've been there all winter, and you're going to get to see it too. My husband's going to join us today, and so are my 3 sons. We're going to be armed with our muscles and our tools, and we're just going to plough through and hopefully get the allotment looking decent again, ready for the growing season, I hope. Do any of you have an allotment? Have you been there at all this year? The weather really hasn't been very kind to us here in the UK. Just the rain hasn't let up. I'm sure we've had maybe 2 dry days this year. Otherwise it's just been non-stop rain. So yeah, today the weather was saying rain. The forecast was saying rain for the day, but it moved, it changed. So there's not going to be any rain now till about 5 p.m. So we're going to seize the moment. I've got all my strimmer batteries charged and bags are packed. We're ready to go. So come along with us and we will do it together.
I like doing
Maybe there's some hairs on it, or maybe they're not stolen.
Well, here we are. What's in store for us then? Quite as I expected, to be honest. A lot of weeds. The beds are all very overgrown. But the pond, to my surprise, still has water in it. I really wasn't expecting that. We have had to change the liner before, and that's a huge job. Brambles just make holes in that, so I'm really pleased I didn't have to do that. I'm just taking out some old corn plants here. The one good thing about all this rain is that it has made it very easy to take out old crops and do the weeding where the ground is so soft at the moment. That's one thing to be grateful for. Clearing the plot at this time of year is just so satisfying. I mean, you always think it's going to be so much worse than it is. In my experience, I dread going. And when we actually get here, it's just never quite as bad as I'm expecting. When it's been left over winter, the one good thing is that there's no bindweed, which can just be so rampant during the growing season. You just feel like, it just completely takes over and you just can't get ahead. So during these colder months, coming here, it feels like you can get so much done. And as they say, many hands make light work. And as you can see, I've got my younger son there doing the strewing for me. He absolutely loves that job. It's his favourite thing to do. And my older son was the muscles, as well as my husband. He came to sort out the fences for me. That was a job that's been needing doing for a long time now, to be honest. They're just about standing. So I was very grateful to have my little team with me today. And here I am clearing one of the many beds that are just completely taken over with weeds and grass. But it really wasn't too difficult since the ground was soft. The harder weeds to pull are when you come across a dock. Those have got such deep roots, haven't they? And the one thing I've noticed is how much bindweed I've got. All these bindweed roots. Just absolutely everywhere. The plot is riddled with it. I have to say it was very, very satisfying pulling them all out though. It is something that is quite therapeutic actually. Relaxing, pulling out those bindweed roots. They just go on and on. But a satisfying task, albeit a never-ending one. Going back to the topic of my fences, They did start out as dead hedges. That was my idea, and they haven't really held up too well, to be honest. My kids did put some chicken wire as an extra addition and a security measure when we started to get some of our crops stolen. But yeah, they're just definitely falling apart, as you can see in this image. So you'll hear some banging away in the background in some of these clips, and that's my husband banging some posts in for me. Just at this bed now. This is not as bad as it just looked 5 minutes ago. It's full of bindweed, grass. It won't take me long to clear, but all of the beds are looking like this. So today is a big clean-up job. We haven't been here all winter, so, and it really shows. It really shows. Satisfying, isn't it? Just look at all those weeds. I don't know what I would have done without my little team today, to be honest. I certainly wouldn't have got half as much done as we managed to achieve. They've been such a big help. Even though it can be quite daunting and feels like such a mammoth task, it really does feel so lovely to be out in the fresh air after being cooped up for most of the winter in all this rain. It just makes such a nice change being outdoors. It reminds me just how much I enjoy being here and how important it is for the kids as well, just to get outside and get their hands in the mud. I'm beginning to feel really excited about this growing space again and what I'm going to be growing for this season. Bindweed everywhere. Maybe no actively growing bindweed, but plenty of roots. Believe it or not, I've missed this sound. It reminds me of summer. This makes me so happy. All my homemade compost that's taken me 3 years, but it mulched all my beds. So yeah, what a win. Well, we've been here now for 3.5 hours, and I'll show you what it looked like when we first arrived. I think we've done a great job, to be honest. It was me, my husband and my 3 sons, and I'd say the plot looks pretty much ready to grow in now, so I'm really happy. I'll give you a little tour of what it looks like now just as we're leaving. So I'm over by the polytunnel, which has seen better days, by the way. The whole cover is going to need replacing. I think it's about 3 years old now, and the rain's just going to come straight through that. I think in the autumn time we will change that. I do have a spare cover, but here's the plot, how it's looking. It's taken me about 3 years to get some decent compost on this plot. This is how long we've had the plot now, 3 years I think, and I've just managed to mulch all the beds with the compost from the compost pile. This was originally, our boundary here was originally a dead hedge, and now it's kind of an everything hedge. Oh, it's all dead apart from some brambles that do grow up through it. And I think I'm gonna use this bed for my potatoes this year. Salad crops possibly. The boys have taken on some beds. My son found some beans as he was digging around and he's planted them here. He's hoping, but anyway, he's going to grow some beans and some lettuces this year, tomatoes and cucumbers. He's taken on 2 beds. I do need, there's no wood chip on the plot whatsoever on the site, and I do need to wood chip my paths because they're just weeds everywhere. And then my strawberry bed's over there, but one of my sons started to weed one of them accidentally, so we've lost a few strawberries. Never mind, I shall replace them. This is our wildlife pond, and we just see a couple of frogs in there. We're definitely going to have some frog spawn. This is a little apple tree that I planted. This one over there, that's an apple tree as well that I planted, and there's a plum next to the shed. This tree here is a pear tree which was on the plot when we took it on. So yeah, these beds have been mulched as well. I am going to use one of these beds as a cut flower bed. Don't know which one. Got some rhubarb here. I'll probably do cut flowers in those 2 beds there. I think that'll be nice, right in the middle of the plot. And I've got loads of raspberry canes over here. I need to look up what to do with those. They are autumn fruiting raspberries. I don't know whether I cut them down to the ground or if I leave them, so that'll be a bit of googling. This is my plum tree here that we put in. It's doing really well. My little shed needs a lick of paint, doesn't it? But yeah, I think today has been a success. I think we've done some strimming, so all the grass is trimmed. You can see the paving stones again, stepping stones. We tackled the compost pile and got so much of that out. Mulched all the beds, weeded all the beds. I'm really happy. So yeah, this is our allotment, ready to roll. I do have a question though, for those of you that have lots of brambles on your plots, what do you do with it? What do you do with the brambles? Do you burn them? Because obviously if I compost them, that's just gonna take root and grow me lots more brambles. I've actually filled up that barrel full of bindweed roots because again, can't compost those. So my little walk back to the car when no one else is here and you can just hear the birds. It's just the most peaceful place to be, and I always forget how much I enjoy being here. Even the smell of the allotment, the wood chip that's usually here, just the smell of soil really. And that's some chickens that I'm walking past now saying hello. So what a busy day it was today down at the allotment. We've all come back very shattered, but feeling very accomplished. So happy with how the allotment looked as we left. The beds have all been mulched and weeded. I love the fact that I managed to get so much compost in the end. You know, 3 years of hard work and finally we see some results, and I've managed to mulch all my beds now for free. We did have quite a lot of bindweed, but I managed to pull out as much of those roots as I can from the actual compost pile itself. So yeah, hopefully the beds should be as bindweed free as possible. That's never going to happen, not 100%, not down at the allotment, not on my allotment anyway. I don't know if you have that same issue at yours too, if you've got an allotment. Brambles and bindweed are the bane of my life there. But yeah, I've walked away with a smile today. I was actually really dreading going there, just at the thought of what, you know, was awaiting us. But actually, you know, we had a team, so we pulled it off. And we've come away feeling really satisfied and with full tummies. We've had a lovely dinner, so we can just relax now and look forward to the next time when we go. When I can wood chip those paths, it will really make a huge difference. I think it will look 10 out of 10 then. Already the transformation today when we first arrived to when we left was massive. So grateful to the boys. So yeah, today's been a good day. Walked away with a smile. It'll probably rain again tomorrow. So we took advantage of the day when we had the sunshine. Well, you can't really say sunshine. No rain. It was very cloudy and grey. It wasn't cold, but there was no rain. So that was a win. Please do let me know how you're getting on with your allotment. If you have that type of growing space, have you planned what you're going to grow? Have you even been there at all this year? Are you like me? Is it, you know, you've not been at all and you're trying to decide when's the best time to go when we actually do get a good weather day? Please let me know in the comments. I'd be very interested to hear, and I'd love to get some inspiration from you guys as well. Thank you very much for watching my video. I really appreciate you being here. If you are enjoying the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It will really help out my new channel and I would very much appreciate it. So take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.